Okay, so this is going to be an instructional video of the Autotrail V-Line 540 72 plate. First of all, we're going to go around the external of the vehicle and then we will go into the habitation area and cab area. Just to highlight, this is going to be highlighting where all the main components are in the vehicle, i.e. like the stop taps, the drain valves, stuff like that. On the day of collection we will go through anything in more detail face to face, so you can see exactly what things are doing. So as you can see, this vehicle does come with an awning. I will send a separate link how to set up this awning on the email. So first things first, we are going to open the bonnet. If you come to the passenger side, you'll find your bonnet release catch just here. Pull that down once and that will then release. As you can see, I have now got the bonnet open. The reason for showing this is mainly if you need to jump start the vehicle. Obviously you will need to get access under here to fill up your screen wash or anything else. To jump start the vehicle, your negative terminal is just here, and then your positive is just down here under this black cap here. Under this cover is your positive terminal. And then you do have your screen wash fill just in front of the driver, just in this corner here. So now we will carry on around on the passenger side still. Just near the passenger door, under this cover here, this is going to be your diesel fill and AdBlue. To get access to the diesel, it's using your main vehicle blade. Here we have got your freshwater fill. So basically all you need to do is use the blade again with one of the keys, take this cover off here, put your hose pipe inside, and then when the water starts to come back out of this cover here, that means your freshwater tank is full. As you can see, this vehicle comes with a bike rack. To release this, it's just on some clips here. All you need to do, you can pull it down this way as well. The clips are used on both ways, as you can see. Like so. Some people do potentially get another strap around this, because over time these clips do get a bit weak. Now we are on the driver's side of the habitation. First compartment we come to, that is going to be your mains hookup. So this is when you are on mains hookup at campsite, or if you're plugging in at home. The next compartments we come to, as you can see, the LPG sticker here. Here, this vehicle has got an underslung gas tank, and this is where you will fill your gas tank up by connecting onto this at the gas stations, fuel stations, where you can get gas. Connect on and then you will fill up. And I'll show you in a minute of where your gauge is for this. The next compartment here is going to be your toilet cassette, which you can see you can lock as well. I'll just open this now. So as you can see, we've got your toilet cassette here. To release your toilet cassette, you just need to lift this orange tab up here and then pull towards you. That is then released. Now that we have got your toilet cassette out, if you need to empty or clean it, twist this nozzle out here, take this grey cap off here, and then tilt up, put your thumb on this button here and hold down. The reason for this, it lets air into the top of the cassette so the fluids flow out evenly. Also, you can open this blade here and twist this blade so you can clean internally too. Once finished, put your grey cap on, twist the nozzle back in, and then we will put the cassette back into place. To put your cassette back into place, all you need to do is align it, push it in, and you just need to make sure that this orange tab is down secure here, because then your toilet cassette is not going to move in or out. Just below we have got this is exhaust for your heating. On the left here, that is your exhaust for your hot water when you're on gas. This grey nozzle here is going to be your grey waste drain valve, and then the blue one is going to be your freshwater drain valve. You need to open these when you are draining your vehicle completely, or if you are draining your vehicle for winter. Just make sure that these are left open so all the water and fluids flow out evenly. As you can see, we've got some ventilation here. This is for your fridge freezer, so keep this clear at all times. You do have in the vehicle some blanks for this for the winter. You can put them on depending if you're going into the really cold temperatures. Now we will go over the cab area. So as you can see, got your steering wheel with, you got touch functions on here, got your automatic gearbox, and then your media just here. If you are wanting to put your vehicle into night mode, you have got blackout blinds all in the front. So at the front here, in the front windscreen, you've got this big in here. What you are best doing is using two hands to pull it up, just to spread the load, and all you need to do is pull that up all the way, and that will black out. And then on your passenger and driver's windows, you got this little tab here. All you need to do is pull this towards you, then lift up. Just be very careful with these because they are delicate. And then they lock into place at the top here, just like so, and then you can black out the full vehicle at the front in privacy. Slide them back down and then slide and lock them back into place. Your front screen, all you need to do is push that all the way down. That is securely out of place. Just down here, this little device here, what says low and high, this is your gauge for your gas for your underslung tank. This will only light up when the ignition is on, so you need to start the engine, and then that will give you your gauge of your gas level here. This vehicle comes with swivel seats. If you want to swivel the driver or passenger seat, all you need to do is pull this tab and then use your other hand and the seats will swivel around. That's really it in the cab area. Now we will go over the habitation area. So just so you know, before we carry on over the habitation, behind the driver's seat, you can see here, this is your table which is stored away. The leg for the table is just in this cupboard here, just clipped up, as you can see there. Also, as you can see at the back, you've got a fire extinguisher, a nice storage space and hanging space just there. Right below that, we have got your fridge and freezer. To open it, push down on this two buttons on the top right here, and that will open. To turn this on, this is a three-way fridge. Press and hold that power button. That will then light up like so. As you can see, it's automatically going onto gas because that is the main source we have in this vehicle, especially while we are off grid, because obviously we've got an underslung gas tank. If you're on mains hookup, just press this button here and that will go on to mains hookup. So when you plug in at campsite at home, as you can see, it's beeping because there's an error, I'm not plugged into mains. Gas is obviously all the time when you are off grid, and then the battery symbol is when you are driving. So when the ignition is on, if you put this your fridge into the battery symbol, that will then keep the fridge freezer running while you are driving to your destination. As soon as you turn the engine off, it will give you that beeping noise, so you need to then put it onto gas, or if you're on mains hookup, plug it into mains. Here we've got your temperature, so you're going to gauge this by using the fridge freezer, and obviously depending on how much you load the fridge freezer up. To turn it off, just press and hold this button, on button here, and that shuts down the fridge freezer. Just above the habitation / sliding door, we have got your habitation 12 volt control panel. I'll turn this off and start from scratch. So to turn this on, press the top left, the power button. The next one here is your internal lighting. Obviously, if you've switched the master switch off here, then this will not still turn them on, because these are the master switches for the lights. They are dotted around the vehicle. This bottom left is going to be your fresh water pump. On your fresh water pump, you want to make sure that you've got fresh water in your water tank. The reason for this, you don't want to turn the pump on and run the pump dry, because you could potentially burn out the motor. Next one is going to be your awning light externally. This one here is just going to give you some levels. As you can see, you can go through some of these settings here. Gives you a level of your ledger battery, vehicle battery, gives you your water tank level, fresh and waste. You can battery select. So currently I'm running off the leisure battery, but you can also press enter in the bottom right here, and now I'm running off the vehicle battery. You want to make sure that this is always on leisure. Really, if you run out of leisure battery, if you're off grid, you can select this over onto vehicle, but you don't want to forget about this, because you don't want to flatten your vehicle battery, because that is the battery that you need to start the vehicle with. This one here is going to be your hot water controls and your heating controls. So on this left side here is going to be your hot water. So you've got a gas symbol on the bottom left. You can see it lighting up blue. This will, when the water has engaged, as in the gas, this will turn orange, just highlighting that the gas is burning for your hot water. You've got plus and minus here. The plus, so the right at the bottom is practically like boost, the 3 waves, and this gauge will go up with your temperature. Also, you can run this on electric. I'm not plugged into main, so this won't light up, but you've got 3 kilowatts just on electric alone. You can turn the gas on and run on 1 kilowatt or 2 kilowatt electric. You'd do this if you are at campsite. If not, you're going to be off grid, so you're going to be on gas. It's coming up with an exclamation warning there. That's because I've no water in the fresh water in the boiler. Sorry, in the whale boiler. So I'll keep that turned down. Turn that off. This shuts off automatically once you leave it. And then this one on the right here is going to be your hot heating. I just had, it's come up with an error because I turned off the control panel a second ago, because I just had the heating switched on. So as you can see, to turn your heating up, press the plus. You've got a moon mode there, which is indicating night mode, so that will just run the fans a bit quieter. but if it is really cold, obviously you want to turn this up as much as possible. And then your source is going to be on your gas if you're off grid, or you can put on the electric only if you're on campsite, or mixed like so. This will reset itself. It's because like I said, I've turned the control panel off, so I've cut the power source to it when it was on. Next is over the kitchen area. So here we have got your sink and obviously tap here, and then if you want to prime your water system, i.e. your tap or your shower tap, all you need to do is fill your fresh water tank up, turn your pump on the control panel, and then open the tap on the cold side. That will then feed the water through the tap. Once you've done the cold side, twist it to the hot. That will then fill your whale boiler up first, and then bring the water through the tap. Once that is done, you can shut the tap. The system is primed, pressurized. So then you've got water when you need it. Next one here is your oven and grill, and then got a 3-ring gas burner. One thing we do highlight on the 3-ring gas burner is once you use this, just leave the glass cover up just for around 20 minutes, just to let everything cool down. The reason for this is because of the temperature difference. You could potentially shatter the glass. On this vehicle, it has got a microwave. This microwave will only work on mains hookup, so when you are plugged in on campsite, that will then work for you. As you can see, we've got light switches dotted around again. One of these switches is doing the floor lighting, and then this one will do the toilet. Just before we go on to the bathroom, I just remembered one thing, which is underneath the cooker in this cupboard right here. As you can see, we've got your water pump, and then right at the back we have got some grey valves there. What them grey valves are, they are internal isolation valves for the gas appliances. So say if your fridge goes faulty on the gas, you can turn this off here and then still use rest of the appliances, i.e. your cooker, without having to turn all the gas off. As you can see in the shower room, toilet area, you've got a pull around shower curtain. Here is your shower head here. We have got your sink just in here. All you need to do is push this and that will then release, and then as you can see, we've got your basin tap there. This is on magnets, so you can push it to lock it back into place. It is also heated in here. You've got a vent just below. That grey piece there is your blade for your toilet to open and shut the toilet cassette. And then this here, the blue button, is your fresh water button to flush. And then as you can see, we've got some lights on the left. That is just indicating that that toilet cassette is full. These lights do go off once you have emptied it. They don't go off instantly, but this is just giving you a warning that your toilet cassette is nearly full. Obviously we've got more lighting around. These are on switches like so. Got your bench seat here, which underneath lifts up, and as you can see, we've got loads of storage. Got your leisure battery just in here, your awning wire, your carpets, and also you can, when you're setting up this bed, you pull this out, it meets in the middle, and then you use these cushions and the back cushions to make up the bed area all the way across. And then on this side, which is on the driver's side, you can see I've got the bench open. So this yellow tab here is going to drain all the water out of your boiler. So at the minute this is in the open position. To close this valve, you just need to swing it across and that will then close. You need to close this valve when you are trying to prime your system, i.e. your hot side, because that's going to fill your boiler up with water when you're pulling it from your freshwater tank. If you want to drain it, all you need to do, twist this tab and that will drain all the water out of the boiler. As you can see, we've got two black covers here. They are the fridge vents, so that is really if you're going somewhere really cold. And then to the far left here, we've got your fuses for your habitation, and then on the right hand side this is your main breaker. So your main breaker would potentially trip if you are plugging into mains. It very rarely trips in the vehicle. It's usually the source you are pulling from, i.e. the campsite post, or it could be something in the house. But this is where you'll get access to if you need to. You can see you've got TV bracket here, and then in this cupboard in the top left you can see what the sticker says. It is a solar charger select. So at the minute the top one is off, is on vehicle battery, so the solar panel is charging the vehicle battery. You can turn the rocker switch in the middle to turn it off so it's not charging anything, and then the one at the bottom, the solar panel, is then charging the ledger battery. We do always leave it on vehicle battery because at least that is being topped up all the time, so you've got something to drive off with. But if you are going to be off grid for a few days at the same place, I would flip this onto the ledger battery, because if you go out hiking you at least are getting the sun to top up your ledger battery ready when you come back. And then in this cupboard here you've got a max view aerial controller here. You've got a rocker switch on top for the power for it, and then this dial here is just to turn up your dial for the strength, and this is obviously linked to this socket just here. So that is everything really internal. To switch off your control panel, like I said, top left, and that then shuts down. One thing to keep in mind is on your hot water / heating, if you are going to turn the control panel off, you are better off to turn down the heating just to let everything do an afterburn, especially when it's running on gas. Also, if you want to just leave your heating on, you can turn this control panel on here and turn all your lights off in the vehicle. Obviously these are on these switches here, so if you could turn these all off, that is then letting your heating and hot water still be warm for when you get back. The last thing is you have got an electric step. To release this is just by this control panel, just like so, and then you have got a rocker switch here which is doing some ambient lighting if you are out in summer. Also, this vehicle does have a fly screen. If you grab in the middle, slide across gently, because these are delicate too. Other than that, if you do have any more questions on this Autotrail V-Line 540, drop a comment below or give us a ring or pop us an email.